Hey, this is part 3 of my 10-part video series on how to not only survive but how to thrive in our relationships. And in the last short video, I explored a little bit with you what is an open heart. And today I'd like to shine a little bit of light on what do we mean by an open mind. Because we said good listeners have open hearts and open minds. So last week we talked about an open heart being here's my heart again, being a tender heart, being a heart that has compassion, a heart that can feel the wide range and colorful range of feelings that this life will evoke in us. And that can span from enjoying and feeling the beauty of nature to feeling the love for another and from another. It also includes being open to the pains of life that life inevitably brings to us through loss, through grief, through disappointments, through our own limitations and our own brokenness. So it's really an open heart is able to experience, to feel the heights and lows of life. And let's talk a little bit about what is an open mind. An open mind is a curious mind. An open mind is an inquisitive mind. An open mind is keen to learn about the world, about oneself, about one's inner world, and about other people. So that's a wonderful quality, curiosity, inquisitiveness, wanting to learn instead of knowing it all. So an open mind is certainly a curious mind. And the next bit, which is I think the most complex bit in a way, an open mind is a non-judgmental mind. And of course the reality is we all have judgmental minds. It is part of being human and actually of human development and human socialization that we assimilate the parental, cultural and societal values within the context that we grow up in. And these form our belief systems, our judgments. These form a psychic structure that Sigmund Freud called the superego. The superego are the internalized values, judgments from our parents, from society, teachers. And the superego in some way makes sense because it helps us to navigate life, especially when we are younger. But in later life, there is a part of the superego that can be incredibly undermining of ourselves and of others, of our relationships, because it is so judgmental. And we also call the superego the inner critic and the inner judge. Sometimes we refer to it as the inner bully, because it can be a part of our mental structure that it really makes life hard for us. Carl Gustav Jung, the psychoanalyst, provocatively said, thinking is difficult, therefore most of us judge. And this really sort of shines some light on how easy we find it to judge, because our judgments are based on the rights and wrongs of our internalized value systems from childhood. Whilst thinking, understanding, requires an open heart, requires compassion, requires curiosity and introspection, and trying to understand. Understanding, an open mind and an open heart are really the foundation for any sort of deep connection. that we have with our children, our partners, our friends, and the world in general. So maybe next time, in the next short video, I'll explore an example. I explore an example how our judgments can get in the way of deeper connections, and then therefore can hold us back to thrive in our relationship and only feel we're surviving them. Right, I leave it here for today, and I'll see you again in my next video.